The visuals on your screen right now. In just a few moments, we're going to see the Prime Minister at the Sadaiv Atal Memorial. That's what we're focusing on your screens right now. The Prime Minister is expected to be there along with other key figures of the cabinet. So Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Home Minister Amit Shah, Party Chief JP Nadda and netas from the coalition. They're all expected to be present at the ceremonies. In just a few minutes from now, we'll actually start bringing you close-up shots and telling you a little bit about who is there in this moment right now. But remember, today marks the centenary celebrations of the former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee's birthday. As we told you a little while earlier, top NDA leaders are present. Remember, the coalition is what the BJP is trying to stress on, as Atal Bihari Vajpayee was known for his great relationships with the opposition, with coalition partners through the years that he was a leader. Now, on your screens, as you can see, the BJP and its NDA allies hoping to project today as an occasion of political unity and strength. On your screens right now, as you can see, today, we've been told the BJP is going to be showing today as not just a tribute to Vajpayee, but also an opportunity to underscore the cohesion, the political might of the NDA government. That's how they're hoping to project this. Our colleague Payal is with us right now to tell us a little bit more about what we can expect in the next few moments. Payal, over to you.
Victoria, today marks the 100th birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, for which, of course, this gathering is there to pay tributes, floral tributes to him at his, at the Atal Sthal, the Sadaiv Atal Sthal, which, of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to lead the tributes for the late former Prime Minister. Somebody who is said to be one of the tallest leaders in the BJP ranks, somebody who was actually not just a great politician, but a great statesman, a great poet, etc. You can see ministers in the Union Cabinet, Mansukh Mandavia, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Ashwini Vaishnav, Kiran Rijiju, Nirmala Sitharaman, Piyush Goyal, Manohar Lal Khattar, and of course Bhupendra Yadav among Jyotiraditya Scindia. All these ministers are seated already. Arjuna Meghwal, the law minister of the country, who had an eventful last week in Parliament.
Let's just share with our audiences for a second. We'll come back to you. You can see the Home Minister and, of course, the Prime Minister right in front, leading the BJP leaders behind him. As you can see, that's the President, Draupadi Murmu, leading all the leaders over there. She's ahead, as you can see. After that, Jagdeep Dhankar, and behind him, as you can see, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is surrounded by a coterie of other leaders. Let's just go back to our colleague Payal, who was telling us a little bit about how the BJP and its NDA allies plan to mark today. Payal, back to you.
The President of India, Draupadi Murmu, is here. She's going to be paying, she'll be the first person to be paying that floral tribute to Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Following her is the Vice President of India and, of course, the Rajya Sabha Chairman, Jagdeep Dhankar, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, BJP's National President JP Nadda, and not to forget, from current Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also there at the Sadaiv Atal Sthal. Today marks a very, very important day in the chapter of BJP's history, at least politically speaking, because before Prime Minister Narendra Modi came to the centre in 2014, it was only the Vajpayee government which was able to come to power. He, in fact, was able to establish a leader and a government, in the centre, minus the Congress party, and he had a coalition with multiple political parties. And that's the reason today many NDA leaders, including Chandrababu Naidu, the former, the present Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, he is also going to be joining in the celebration in the national capital. The Prime Minister, after paying tributes here, will be heading to Madhya Pradesh to participate in a very, very important program concerning development and announcement of projects as well. The BJP National President JP Nadda will also be, in fact, going to the party headquarters at about 2 o'clock. And at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there will be an exhibition which he'll open up at the BJP headquarters. Multiple programs have been organized. Prarthana Sabhas have been organized all over the country. People are participating in this in a big way because, like I said, it's a centenary celebration of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And the government of the day, Toda, has set up a program for an entire year. This day, after Narendra Modi's government came to power, is being celebrated as the Sushasan Divas, or the Day of Good Governance, and that's exactly the tribute that they want to pay to Atal Bihari Vajpayee for being a statesman, for being a person who actually stabilized the economy, worked towards multiple facets in his government as well. And that's something which, of course, is always been remembered for far and wide, not just within the BJP rank, but also within the opposition, who actually sings, praises in the way he conducted himself as a leader and the way in which he gracefully exited office also, when his government fell is also something that everybody talks about. There you see on your screens, you can see Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, in fact, paying the tribute to the former Prime Minister.
Payal, just stay with us
And
for a second. We're just watching right now as the Prime Minister pays tribute to the Atal Sthal. You can see he's actually gone around the entire formation and he's walked away now. Okay, let's go back to our colleague Payal as we continue to track senior leaders on your screens right now. That is Amit Shah towards the left, the Home Minister, throwing flowers onto the memorial. Let's just go back to Payal to understand a little bit more. Payal, Atal Bihari Vajpayee lived much of his life on 6A Krishna Menon Marg. That, of course, is now a residence that is used by other leaders. This, in many ways, is the one memorial that has been constructed that is of great significance. Can you just explain to us, Payal, some of the architectural choices that have been made in building it, in creating it?
it's a very simple memorial because Atal Bihari Vajpayee believed in a very simple livelihood. You know, he stayed at the 6A Krishna Menon Marg, which is currently occupied by the man on your screen, that is Amit Shah. He's holding on to that residence here in the national capital. The official residence of the Union Home Minister is 6A Krishna Menon Marg. But yes, tributes have been paid, to various leaders in the past, various prime ministers. All of them have their own memorials, have their own skulls, if you can say that, in that way. Lok Sabha Speaker there, Chandrababu Naidu, the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, joining in paying the tribute as far as Atal Bihari Vajpayee is concerned. He's somebody who's had a long association with Vajpayee and a long association with Prime Minister Modi now. Vajpayee, he was also part of the Vajpayee government, somebody who he in fact had a coalition government with. So, a lot is being spoken about the contribution of former Prime Minister Vajpayee, the way he conducted himself, the way he, in fact, led the alliance at that time. And remember, those were very, very difficult days. So, a very difficult situation as well. JP Nadda, the BJP's national president, in fact, paying tributes to former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Mr. Harivansh, who's the deputy chairman of the Rajya Sabha, follows up next. Pratap Singh Yadav, who is, of course, representative of the Shiv Sena, which is, of course, the Shinde Sena, a minister in the Modi cabinet, part of the coalition who was also here. He'll be, in fact, joining in paying tribute. So leaders of leaders, you can see them joining in paying tribute. Because today is a very, very solemn and a very, very, crucial day. HD Kumaraswamy on our screens, another coalition partner. He's from the JDS. They are partners with the BJP-led government here in the center, followed by Lalan Singh, who's also a representative of the JDU, another alliance partner, and a key alliance partner of the government here in the center, and of course in the state of Bihar as well. So that's the kind of tribute that you actually see. You can see leaders coming in from one of the many members of the union cabinet seated over there, waiting for their chances to in fact come out and pay their tributes and for the floral tribute to Atal Bihari Vajpayee, remembering his contribution, especially the fact that he contributed towards good governance. He spoke about benefiting of the poor, the marginalized sector, something that he actually stood essentially for. And he was a great poet in his own rights as well. So Atal Bihari Vajpayee's poems and his anecdotes are something that everybody remembers. So a lot of BJP leaders, you would see them sharing Atal Bihari Vajpayee's poem or poetry on this occasion. But like I said, the government of India, through the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, with Gajendra Singh Shekhawat being at the head, has been hosting a series of programs, not just for today, but for the entire year. And that was something which Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke about when he met the NDA chief ministers on the sidelines of Nayab Singh Saini's oath-taking, saying that there are several occasions that one has to really mark. One of them being the 150th birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda, Atal Bihari Vajpayee's 100th birth anniversary, and of course next year a big celebration for Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's birth anniversary. So that is something, of course, the BJP leadership seems to take a lot of pride in, because they basically feel that these are the leaders who had great contribution to the cause of India, and of course their contribution needs to be honored, that contribution needs to be celebrated, and you can actually inspire the younger lot to take inspiration from them as well. So those are the scenes that we are seeing on our screens. Of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's, like I said, has a long association with Mr. Vajpayee, also paying his floral tributes. And the Prime Minister will be, marking this good governance day by being in Madhya Pradesh. So in a bit from now, Toya, he'll be heading to Madhya Pradesh, where, of course, he'll be launching the important Ken-Betwa river linking project, which is going to be extremely helpful and extremely beneficial for both the state of Madhya Pradesh as far as and Uttar Pradesh as far as the water linking, the river linking project is concerned, one of its first kinds after the center has announced this initiative. And of course, after which you will also see him launching a solar project for Omkareshwar temple, which is again going to be extremely helpful and beneficial in